Hello everybody, welcome to Mature Basics. We're going to go over all of the exercises in your workouts. So I have my workouts pulled up. You guys should have gotten this in your email or on the Facebook page. So it has all of your workouts, complete with a warm-up and 2 circuits. So I'm going to go through all of them, including the warm-up. All right, so I'm doing this in my house. Obviously, you guys can do all of these exercises with no weight, or if you have weights, you can add weights to your workout. So you don't have to do them completely weight bearing. You can add some weights if you have them, but I created them so that you can do them with all household products. So let's get started. Warm up is just a basic warm up, guys. You can do anything to warm up. You could just use a piece of cardio equipment if you had it. You could do some jumping jacks. You could walk around your house, whatever it is. But we're gonna go through some stretches first. So first, an inner thigh stretch. You're just going to kind of lean to one side. You should feel a stretch on the inner thigh. We're just gonna kind of bop up and down. You wanna do about 10 of those on each side. So you're just stretch. The whole idea of a warm up, guys, is that you are getting the muscles primed and ready to actually do your workout. So you don't want to tell your body to relax. This is not the time to do long static stretching for flexibility. Now is the time to kind of get the body moving. So inner thigh stretch, then you're moving into a hip flexor stretch. So you're going to be down on one knee, other leg in front of you, and all you're gonna do is just push your hips forward and back. So I'm gonna do this on the side so you can see. I'm here, I'm just shifting forward and back. Forward and back. Obviously, if you want to put something underneath your knee, just so it's not down on any hard surface, you can do that. And then you're just gonna switch legs. Next one is an inner thigh stretch that's seated. So I'll do this front ways and then I'll switch to the back. So I'm in a kneeling position with my right knee. My left leg is out. All you're gonna do is kind of sit back. So you're almost sitting your butt down on your back heel and back up. So it would look like this from the side. Foot is out to the side, and I sit and prop back up. So you should feel that one on the inside of that left leg. And then again, you're gonna do the other side. Next up is jumping jacks. You all know how to do jumping jacks. You can go side to side, forward and backward, whichever's easiest for you. That just gets the body moving, and then sit and stand. So you're just gonna find an object to sit on. I found my ottoman. I'm just gonna sit and stand. Sit and stand. You can completely sit down and relax for a second. You don't have to just tap your butt. So that's your warm up. Super easy. Now let's get into circuit 1. So circuit 1, guys, you can choose any workout to do throughout your 27 days. This is just, I give you options so that you're not doing the same thing all the time. And there's the thought. All right, so first one is a squat. So basic squat, body weight. You're gonna squat down, stand up. Guys, the idea is that you're pushing through your heels. So you're sitting back, sitting your butt back, sitting on your heels, okay? If that's too much for you, if you need some balance, you can always just do that sit down, stand up that we were just doing. So you're here, sit, and stand. Guys, at any time, again, if you have weights, you can add weights. Hold them right up here at your shoulders. Hold them in front of you, like around your chest. You could put a backpack on. So if you had like a work bag or something like that, you could put a backpack on for extra weight. Next up is a alternating lunge. So you're just going to come out, forward, into a lunge. Remember, push through your heels. You could also do a reverse lunge, where you just step back, and this way. Or if you can't do that motion where you're actually moving and you're alternating, you can just do a static lunge. So you would just stand in this position here. You can hold on to something if you need anything for stability. You're just gonna squat down and back up. Okay? You're gonna do those and then switch sides. All right. Next up is a push-up. So if you can do a regular push-up, go ahead and do a regular push-up where you're up on your toes, down to the ground and back up. If not, drop to your knees. You're gonna do a push-up here. If that's still too difficult for you, I'm gonna have you prop up on something, either on your knees or on your toes, and you're going to do a push-up here. If you still can't do that, find a wall. You're just gonna do a push-up on the wall, with your hands on the wall. Next is a plank toe tap. So you're gonna be in a high plank position. This would be the easiest version of this, okay? And you're just gonna take your feet and you're gonna plank out to the side, okay? If you wanna get a little bit more difficult, down on your forearms, plank toe tap. All right. Next up is a standing crunch. So you're gonna stand, this doesn't require you to be down on the ground. You're gonna stand with your hands out, and you're gonna come across the body, okay? So you're gonna pick your knee up and take your elbow across the body. So you're trying to get your elbow to the outside of the opposite knee. There's your standing crunch. Kickbacks are down on the ground, so you had a couple things down on the ground back to back here. So you're gonna be on all fours. You're gonna have your hands underneath your shoulders, have your knees underneath your hips. All you're gonna do here is flex your foot. I'm gonna move forward a little bit and just kick back, okay? So I'm just kicking straight back. So you're here. Those are kickbacks. The next are fire hydrants. So same position to start. Again, flex your toe. You're gonna bring your knee up and back down. Guys, you're trying to maintain your knee leading first, and you want to get to parallel to the ground, okay? So lead with the knee parallel to the ground. Next is a plank knee drop. Again, a more difficult version would be to be on your forearms, but you can start in a high plank position. You're gonna start right here. All you're gonna do, drop your knee and back up, okay? It's just a brief tap. You don't stay down there. All right, next up is opposite hand, opposite leg reach. So I'm in the same starting position, and you're just gonna come up with your hand and up with your foot. So I'm gonna do it this way as well. Here, raise one leg and then one opposite hand. So great for balance. Guys, if you can't do that, if you get both your hand and your leg up in the air and you feel a little wobbly, you can just do one or the other, okay? So you can just do a hand reach or just do a leg reach. Knee push-ups, military style. So I'm trying to get not only your chest, your shoulders, but some of the back of your arms. So I want you to do it military style. So military style push-up is when you have your hands really close to your body, so they're gonna be right about your shoulder width, and you're going to glide your elbows along your body when you come down. So you should be more in a position where your elbows are gliding along your body. You're not out here like a normal push-up, okay? If you guys can see the difference, that's gonna attack the tricep. So you're gonna do these kneeling, unless you are amazing and you can do them not kneeling. But you're gonna start here. Again, hands right underneath your shoulders, just about underneath your shoulders. Here comes my dog. They miss it. Go. Go see Joey. Hey, go. Thank you. All right, so you're here. Glide the elbows along the body and back up, okay? Glide the elbows along the body and back up. Okay, again, same modification. If you want to come up on a bench, you can do that, or you can do them up against the wall. 3 more exercises in circuit 1, and then we'll move on to circuit 2. Superman. So you can be down on the ground, completely down on the ground. Hands out in front of you, legs out, and you're nice and relaxed. You're just gonna come up, try and bring your hands and your legs off of the ground, back down. Here it comes. Ooh. Okay, Amos, place, place. Good boy, stay. All right, next up is a side plank. So you're gonna be down here on the ground. Ideally, you wanna make sure that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder, and I'm a straight line. So you wanna get your body a straight line. You don't want your butt far behind you. You want to be a straight line as much as possible. So first thing you're gonna do is just come up and back down. Up and back down, okay? If that's too difficult for you, you can lower your lever, essentially, and just bend your knees, come up and back down. If you want to make this more difficult, you can come up, pick up a leg, back down. That's a side plank, and the last one is a reverse crunch. So a reverse crunch is indicative of its name. You are doing a crunch, but with your legs, essentially, versus your upper body. So with a reverse crunch, you want to make sure that you're staying in a somewhat crunched position the entire time. So my shoulder blades are off the ground, and this is my starting position. I should stay in this position with my core engaged the entire time, okay? And then from here, I'm gonna pick up my legs and I'm going to reverse crunch. So try and pick your hips off the ground. So you're here and back down. Okay, really hard way of doing this is to get your legs straight, then crunch, legs straight, tap the ground, crunch. Or you can just stay here, stay close to the butt. All right, that's it. That is circuit 1. Whew, easy enough. It's a lot of exercises, guys, but you are doing this for time or reps, depending on how you want to choose to lay it out. And you can do anything, okay? So, next up, we're gonna get into circuit 2. Make sure you're hydrated. I did grab a couple weights for this one, so I can show you, because there are some things on here that are weighted activities, but I'm using household products, so I'm using soup cans. You could use gallons of water. You could use a backpack, like I mentioned before. Really anything that has any weight to it. So if you don't have weights, you don't need weights. All right, so the first one is a step up. So I'm gonna take any object. This is a soft object. I would not recommend using a soft object, but if you have a sturdy coffee table, a couch will work. This will be fine. If you have like any stairs in your house, you could use a step on the stair. But essentially, you're going to rock your body forward. So what I'm trying to do is I'm putting focus on the leg that's working. So what I'm not trying to do is use my back leg to propel me up. I'm trying to shift my center of gravity over this leg that's going to do all the work for me. So I'm here, I lean into it, I step up, I slowly come back down. Okay, so I'm here, up, slowly back down. Notice that I'm not here and then jolting myself down. If you need to go with a lower step, totally fine. If you can't do that step at all, then see if you can go into like static lunges. It would work the same muscle groups. Amos, place. Good boy. All right, next up is a lateral lunge. So lateral is side to side. So I'm going to start on one leg. I'm going to come to my left side. My trusty little Amos. I'm going to come to one side here. This leg is going to stay straight. I'm going to bend this other leg and back. I'll do it from the side so you can see. So together, take a step, lunge back, and together. Okay? So that's a lateral lunge. Overhead shoulder press. Again, if you have weights, use them. But I'm here, all I'm going to do is just overhead shoulder press. Okay, again, you can do anything. If you have two things of water, 2 jugs of water, you could use those. You could use anything at all. All right, that's that. Dips off of a bench or a chair. So I'm going to use this again. And I'm going to try, Amos, come here. Sit. Sit. Amos, sit. Oh gosh. Sit. Sit. Amos, sit. Hey, sit. Sit. Thank you. Okay, stay. Okay. So I'm here. I'm going to bring my feet all the way out. I'm just going to push my elbows back, but I want to keep my body close to my bench, okay? So what I don't want is this, where you're trying to move away from the bench. You should slide your body down the bench or the chair and back up. And again, you're keeping your elbows in that military style push-up like we did before in circuit 1. You're just pushing the elbows back, okay? If that's too much, bring the knees in, and this is where you live, okay? If that's still too much, you don't have to dip as far, okay? You can just do as much as you can. All right, next up, bicep curls. So again, take your weights, you take towel, and you're just gonna do bicep curls. Here, squeeze, and back down. Guys, trust me, if you do enough of these, you could also use bands. If you guys have any bands at home, you could use those. But trust me, if you squeeze and you really focus time under tension, which is the time that your muscles are under tension from a weight, then you will feel it. So, squat and kick. This one's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to squat and then kick in front of you. Squat, kick in front of you. Try and stay nice and tall when you do it. Don't lean over. Make sure your core is nice and tight. Next is a plank walk. It's Hope my dog doesn't jump on me. So, going to go into plank position, stay. And all I'm going to do is walk to the side, and then walk back. Walk to the side, and then walk back. Okay, make sure you stay nice and tight. Make sure your hips don't dip or come up too high. Next up is a step over or hop over. So, you can take anything at all. I'm just going to use this. And the easy thing to do would be the step over. You can go side to side. You can go forward or back. Or you could do actual hop overs. Hop over an object. It's completely up to you. I said no hopping or burpees, but if you do want to challenge, you can kick it up a little bit. Let's see, a couple more. Glute bridges. This is going to be down on the ground. Stay. Stay. Down on the ground, you can either do 2 feet or 1 foot. I'll show you 2 to start. So you're going to be here, push through the heels, drive the hips up towards the ceiling. Okay? Or one-legged. Okay, hold on. One-legged. Amos, sit. Drive the leg up. Okay, so you're just picking up that one leg, that opposite leg that's not doing the work, it's just going to drive up. And then you do puppy snuggles. I didn't put that on there, but you got those too. Okay. Traditional crunch. Amos, sit, please. Sit. Sit. Amos, sit. Sit. Okay, come on, guys. Okay. Traditional crunch. You're here, feet stay on the ground, or you can bring your feet up. It's completely up to you. But you're here, just crunching, hold it for a sec, and back down. Or knees come up, same motion. Last one on here is a butterfly crunch. So you're going to be in this starting position, feet come up, and you're just going to crisscross. So it's kind of like that standing crunch we did in circuit 1, but this time you're on the ground, same thing. And then puppy snuggles. All right. That's it, guys. Those are circuits 1 and circuits 2 with your warm-ups. If you guys have any questions at all whatsoever, if you still need modifications, let me know. But you guys are going to do amazing. I'm super excited to have you, and I'm excited to watch your progress. So let's get after it. Have a great week.